What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at ya with an Orzhov control deck. Now, I have to come out, full disclosure. You'll see here from my, this one I'm gonna call the filthiest. This one I can probably delete. Filthy death. So I've painstakingly crawled my way into Platinum Tier 1 today. It has been a slugfest. Like, the ranked ladder is just like a format that is desperately needing new cards. Like, wow. It's just 3 decks. Like 980. I wish I had proper statistics, because this, it's the type of thing where like your feelings about a situation over exaggerated, but it really does feel like 80% of the matches that you're playing, if not more, is either mono white, mono green, or is it turns. That's it. It's the occasional outlier, but it's rare. It's rare, especially in platinum. And so yeah, I mean, I just caved. I want to get into Mythic this season for the arrival of the new set. I want to be in Mythic when the set drops, so that I can just unleash the Jank Lord within. But for that reason, I had to go to the dark side, and I just spent the entire day just cycling. This was my strategy. I played mono white aggro until I lost the game. When I lost the game, I would switch to mono green aggro. I play until I lose a game, and then I switch to is it turns until I lose a game. And I just played those 3 decks, and then I occasionally played like a net decked mono black kind of discard Turgrid style deck, and that's it. I just cycled through those all day, and I got to Platinum 1. It was harrowing. The number of mirror matches, the number of mirror matches, just insanity. And then like you just be playing white and you get beaten by green, then my strategy is to switch to green, and then I'll end up playing white to the very next game, and then I beat them. It's just was insanely mind-bending day today on the ladder. And that is a very long-winded way for me to explain why I'm playing Orzhov Control on the unranked queue, and I'm hoping to just run into some original decks just a little bit and have some fun and unwind, because I need it. And actually, this Orzhov Control deck is not bad at all. It's sitting on about 70% win rate, I believe, on the unranked queue. And it's a deck that's trying to showcase Curse of Leeches. And of course, a little bit of Curse of Silence action. So it's like an Orzhov Curse deck. And Orzhov gets to have like all of the best sweepers, best removal, and it just that somehow doesn't see that much play. And it's probably because Alrund's Epiphany, honestly, just goes way over this. By the time you get to your turn 6, you slam your Professor. Next turn, they're just taking turns for the rest of the game. And the aggro decks, if you don't get your sweeper at the right time, they'll trample over you pretty quickly. But that's kind of who we're preying on here. I do think that 6 sweepers in the form of the Meathook Massacre and Doomskar should be enough to keep any sort of aggro deck in check, as well as a bit of targeted removal. Infernal Grasp, 3 copies. Bloodchief's Thirst, 2 copies. Fracture for enchantments, or class enchantments and artifacts, and planeswalkers. This thing's crazy. Then Vanishing Verse, 3 copies, so lots of instant speed removal. and then a little bit of sorcery speed, and then we've got Blot Out the Sky, which can also act as a kind of sweeper, but it'll only sweep non-creatures. So most of the time I'm casting this for 7. So X is 5. So then it doesn't destroy nothing. You just make in 5 2/1 Inklings, which you can, sacrifice to Deadly Dispute or just attack in the air with. It's kind of a finisher. Like if you've pinged them away and you've been playing the game, and then at turn 8 or something you top deck this guy and you cast it for 5. The following turn you untap with 10 power in the air. That usually wins games if they don't have any kind of sweeper in the interim turn, because unfortunately they come into play tapped. But that's why I'm only running a couple of copies. It's one of those cards that was like mythic and seemed really cool, and then like never really made any impact on the format whatsoever. But I'm giving it a whirl in this brew, and yeah, the cool card here, Curse of Leeches. We get to manipulate this day-night cycle. This is what I'm really like. I'm playing this deck to not only like better inform you guys about how the ins and outs of this day and night thing, because now, like, after a while of Midnight Hunt being out and having played extensive amount of games, it's starting to feel like second nature. This like once it's night, you wanted to switch to night and you don't have a card that actually makes it happen. You gotta cast no spells and you wait, and then in their turn, if they cast 2 spells, it'll switch back. You're starting to get it. So unfortunately, it's kind of hard to manipulate just following the rules. Casting 2 or not casting when it's day, and then so if you have a way of manipulating that in the form of the Celestus, then great, because you want to be able to do things like have these guys up as blockers during your opponent's turn. Or even better, what I've been doing is, attack with them. Second main phase, make it daytime with the Celestus. They become enchantments again. Now your board is clear, then you hit them with a sweeper. So you can do these one-sided sweepers, and it's like you've got your Professor Onyx, which doesn't matter if you if you run a Doomskars, because white sweepers don't hit your planeswalkers as well as your black ones, at least in this deck. So your important cards, Professor Onyx, Curse of Leeches, stay safe while you Doomskar and Meathook Massacre their board. And then we've got Mascot Exhibition, some man lands, creature lands. Yeah, I mean, those are our win cons. Okay, smash face with Curse of Leeches, or ping opponent at every upkeep with front side of Curse of Leeches, which says that at the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, they lose 1 life, you gain 1 life. So you're pinging away, which is also a nice little bit of life gain. That's one win con, and then attacking them with the backside, the Leeching Lurker. The other win con is making a lot of Inklings and attacking in the sky. The other win con is -8 on Professor Onyx, or just casting cheap spells and triggering Professor Onyx's Magecraft ability. And then we've got the Cave attacking, the Hive attacking, and the tokens from a Mascot Exhibition potentially attacking. So kind of typical control deck, like these weird sort of win cons, and you need to stall out the game so that you can get there. The longer the game goes, the better it is for a control deck, and that's why we've got all this lovely removal and sweepers. Easy peasy, sounds good. Let's have a look at this lesson board quickly. 1, confront the past to go again, get back our Professor Onyx. We've already talked about Mascot Exhibition, a little bit extra removal in the form of Introduction to Annihilation, Introduction to Prophecy, scry 2, draw a card. Necrotic Fumes, maybe on one of the tokens, because you don't really want to be exiling your own Eyetwitch. You want to get all of the learning possible, because it's our only learn card. So probably better to use it on Inkling. And then, Of course, make land drops, gain a little bit of life, environmental sciences, and academic probation I love. It's like stall out the our runes epiphany or whatever it is, the sweeper that you know is coming, or whatever that the thing might be, or stop an opponent's key blocker from blocking on, you know, to get through for that final point of damage. I really like academic probation and how flexible it is. Alright, that's the deck. Orzhov curses. Time to unwind on the unranked queue, baby. Filthy net deck 3. The filthiest net deck. What a day it has been. Holy cannoli. But Platinum 1. I'm feeling confident that we'll at least get to Diamond before the new set drops. At least. Fingers crossed. Yeah, no, definitely Diamond. I'm just really hoping to push for Mythic. Pardon me? Nah. That's a mulligan. Lots better. Well, not really. I mean, it's kind of a rubbish hand there. I guess we just put the Professor away, cast this on turn 3, and then potentially Deadly Dispute the token. Not very good. Updecking another Dispute, also very bad. Oh, it's good. Okay. Looking like Boros. Yeah, like Standard 2022 was just so much more refreshing. There was, you know, people trying equipment decks, and there was little goblin decks running around. Like, there's still the odd bit of that, but it's, wow, it's few and far between. Don't forget, in a pinch, you can sacrifice your Celestus to Deadly Dispute. Not the best move ever, but if you're really desperate, it's doable. That sucks. In that case, I would have loved to have open mana and sacrifice it to... Oh, what's all that replacement? Should we just Doomskar now or not? No. Take another turn's worth of damage. Surely. Redane in the hidden. Alright, that's a little bit frustrating. 1, 2, okay, we've still got enough mana to cast the sweeper. It's a pity he did the thing with the spellbinder. Not getting any luck, are we? Might as well. At least we can sacrifice some guys with some disputage, actionage. I wonder what this is, if it's a Doomskar or what's going on. It could be that angelic procession or whatever. Oh, it is a Doomskar. No deadly disputage to be had, I'm afraid. I have a feeling he's gonna have Showdown of the Skulls. I'm keeping this. Let's just, I guess, cycle away a Dispute. So, not the best maneuver ever. Don't want to do it, but I want to keep everything else because this is important, I think. Yes. Oof. The never-ending flow of Legion Angels begins. We gotta get through like too many of these for my liking. At least we're gaining a tiny bit of life here. If he attacks, he'll just play another one. Well, at least they have 3 toughness, mine has 4, so I can massacre. Ooh. Ooh, no. Okay, wait, maybe we can just flip it to daytime. Or maybe it will go to daytime already. I didn't see how, is that, yeah, he only cost 1 spell. He casts the Legion. No. Okay, so the problem here is this costs 3. That leaves us with what? It's not enough. That's a disaster. Wait. Let's gain the life from the leech. Even if it's gonna die, we might as well have it gain us some life. Then we only have to do this for 1. That it really matters. But I guess make it seem like we have something else in hand that's relevant. Pity about the mana. I just didn't want to take 6 to the face like that. And then have him cast another Angel Fire on his second one. That would have brought them both out of Meathook Massacre range. Not cool. My goodness. Just the flood. Never-ending flood. Aha! Okay, that's 2 of them gone. 2 to go. Ooh, a Sunrise Cavalier. Kind of plays into my day-night thing of the Celestus. That's kind of horrible. Badook. Okay, here comes the angel. I guess my plan is to like wait for him to cast the second, the last one as well, and then do my sweeper. Just opening up myself to potentially elite spellbinders and stuff like that happening. Okay, that's not bad. Let's name the last Legion Angel. I guess that's pretty cool. At least we get to draw a card. Tax him up a little bit. If only this was an artifact, I could eventually sack it to a deadly dispute. Oh no! Another freaking goose rubber. It's always the same pattern as last time. Like, it's a real pity. Now I'm forced. Maybe he'll cast both. Please, please cast the other one. Please, 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 please cast the last one. Come on, buddy. You've got the mana for it. I know you want to. Oh, He knew, man. He knew. But that's okay. We only lose one life there. Dangling on. It's a real Zariel.
Smell the sulfur. Feel the hellfire. You into the fray.
Into the fray. Imagine he has another angel fire. Okay. Whew. Why did I drop that land? Urgh. Oh, dear. Dear. Well, that's what we get. Oh my goodness. Where is Professor Onyx? Where are my things? On the verge of deadly disputing my Celestus out of here. Can't let these get for crying out loud. Guys. This is not possible, guys. This is not possible, guys. What is with the flood? We're gonna take 2 and gain 2 and lose our sweeper, or we just make the inevitable even more inevitable. I wish these were like the you know, the little goblin that has a similar ability. When it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Fortunately, these don't get bigger. You know, the damage doesn't get more. It's always 1. The problem is, with Meathook Massacre, you make the other little guy I was talking about, something charger. Fireblade charger, maybe. You make his power and toughness is, you know, is below 0 sometimes with Meathook Massacre, so then it does no damage when you kill it. These guys, you always take the damage. I don't know if to sack this Celestus, guys. I think it's not do or die. Wait, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Okay, it's time. It's time to sack the Celestus. Ooh. Okay. Sliver of hope. More land.
That's Professor Onyx to you. It was going to die eventually anyway.
He'll just, oh god, he's gonna just put the, he's just gonna play the angel and give it haste. Good game. %50% win rate. On to game 2. Game 1, utter failure. Just Floodsville. The flood. The flooding. The floodening. There's also this one. Orzhov Magecraft. Very similar. Pretty funky. Should we give this one a spin? I'll upload both decks to the Ether Hub. How's that? For some added content. I'm gonna first play a couple more with the first one, and then we might switch to the Orzhov Magecraft list. It's pretty funky. I've been liking it. It's probably the two best of the cards in from that cycle. That like when you copy something, it's Plumb the Forbidden and Show of Confidence. There's another one in blue that draws you cards and stuff, but I think yeah, those two are the best. No black again. Mulligan. Could have been worse. Usually when the green land isn't a snow land, then it's like the more rampy. Yeah. You know the one I mean. It'll have the unnatural growth on the top end. Okay. Forget I said anything. Ooh. Sweet. See, this is why I come to the unranked ladder. I just could not bring myself to play another match.
The land will devour intruders.
Against is it turns and so you know, Vanishing Verse can't hit Nissa. That's a problem. Aha! We have Nissa removal in hand. Let's just gain a bit of life. Go fetch a white source. Next turn. Uyakasha. Dunk. Badunk. We are also within casting range of the Professor. But I feel like we need to get rid of this Nissa first. She can get pretty rowdy. So an interesting. Oh wow! See, was my initial thought when I first saw the two Planeswalkers. When I first saw Ren, I was like, she belongs in a Nissa deck because now she can -5 and bring back the Vorinclex. That's crazy town. No, well no, she can't. She needs 6 lands in play. Next turn though. Luckily, he did not make the token. So I'm just gonna go ahead and we have enough 4 and 2. Yes. Oh, that's gonna be really good. Skadoosh and Skadoosh. So happy he didn't make that token.
I have other growers to do.
How we got out of that one? I was looking bad. Yeah, and Skyclave, man, nice. And then you could play the Ancient Green Warden. Ooh. What a Doomskar. Should we minus? Ancient Green Warden, we play Ranger class. Sorry, the Druid class. I've been trying to make this deck for a long time, and I kind of gave up. I told myself I'd just wait for new set pieces in Crimson Vow, and boy have they delivered. Looks like Golgari got some really cool like bits and bobs. Better.
Under my tutelage,
Plus.
even you can master death.
There's my boy.
Let's go.
Don't think he can do 6 damage to the Professor next turn. It's just got a Cobra. There's nothing hasty that I'm aware of. Black and green, so he can make whatever the hell he wants here, I'm pretty happy. You just chill. I'm gonna cast a big Skyclave, man. It's a lot of mana. There's a lot of mana. You could even have some like just straight up Planeswalker interaction, like Baleful Mastery or something. We're making, you know, 10 damage in the air next turn. But if he doesn't have a sweeper, it's gonna go really, really nice. Okay, goes for the Skyclave Shade. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Interesting.
Ah, you are such a disruption.
Ooh. Decisions, mate.
Never thought I'd miss the library.
Vanishing Verse to get rid of whatever he plays next. Professor survives. Magecraft. Oh, I would have waited to do that on your turn so you could replay the... Oh no. Yeah. Why didn't that trigger the landfall? Does it have to be on his turn? Your control. Okay. It's coming back now anyway. This time I'll exile it if he casts it again. Bye-bye. Okay, must remember to make this x equals 5.
Let's
6, it destroys everything. So boom, boom, boom. Unfortunately, it doesn't leave enough mana open for Curse of Leeches. That's okay. It's kind of like a backup plan if he's got a sweeper or something. Ancient Green Warden, told ya. This is a sweet deck. It's just, it's mid-rangey. It's not, it doesn't do the thing against, you know, the 3 that I've been playing all day. Wow, the floods tonight. The floodage. I mean, we just win, no? Yeah. Because then this triggers. And we get in for 10. And it'll do one more. 11. No. Blot Out the Sky, ladies and gents. Oh, cheeky. But he didn't have the 5 to gain the life. He still dies, I think. No, he doesn't. Hangs on. Dear life. With a bloom. Epic deck, dude. Creativity, originality. I applaud you, kind sir. Doing something unique. A little bit laggy. I don't know if you guys have been noticing it lately or if it's just my rubbish internet. Probably the latter. So spoiler seasons are almost over. I'm going to do a quick spoiler video right after this deck. I think it's the last day tomorrow. It's kind of sad. That means we've still got like a long way to go before Crimson Vow actually drops. And we've got no more spoilers to talk about. I'm gonna have to dig real deep to come up with some fresh stuff over the next week. I think it's gonna be theory crafting time. Kind of discard nonsense by the looks of it. If he goes for the rogue, okay, the one that also makes you discard, and it's more if you have the 2 party members than I would have Infernal Grasp his disciple, but it's a flesh taker. Nice. Let's get rid of that. Already got village rights, huh? Orzhov Sacrifice. This is also one that, like, I didn't really see gain too many good pieces yet in the new set. It's really looking like freaking absolute werewolf and vampire frenzy, which, don't get me wrong, I'm all for. But yeah, not so many of this sort of thing that they were signaling. Bye bye in Midnight Hunt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great card. So many points in the game. That's like 8, 9 damage coming your way next turn if you've got nothing to do with it. Sir Cantor. Another thing. Oh, also dodges. Should we do another 4? Badank. Sir Cantor. Not sticking around. Find out. Nice. That Blot Out the Sky is actually deceptively good. It's kind of like the angelic procession one thing that you can foretell. Not as good. I've been putting like that in all of my any control deck that plays white lately, like a 2 of. Go and look at my Esper control video. That's like I got like 80% win rate over like 6 games on stream, and I continue to have like a 60-something% win rate with the deck. Up even now on the ladder, it faces up really good against mono white and mono red, in my opinion. Okay, keep that. Ooh, another Snarl off the top. Finally gonna get an Orzhov of the new dual lands. Oh, these Snarls have been good, you know, for now, but I'm gonna be happy to see them go. I don't know if there's any situation in which you'd actually rather prefer to have the Snarls over the new lands. Okay, so Dimir control player detected. Probably just gonna leave 3 blue sources untapped and say go, and I'm gonna be bumped. Okay, nice. Very nice. Taps out. One of my favorite things I like to see when I'm playing blue is all those tapped little lands. Oh well, we're 1 mana away. So it looks like it's rogues. Definitely rogues. We can double whammy them though if they don't have a counterspell, which is probably quite unlikely though. But we have to go for it because otherwise this gets out of hand. I'm gonna try and Meathook Massacre the board. And pray there isn't a counterspell. Oh wait, let's first attack. No counter, no counter, no counter. Oh, it's too good. Of course there was a counter. Of course. So our next course of action is to hope in a top deck land and a -3 on our Professor to get rid of this freaking 6/3. And we've got a deck that's like got very diverse type. There's an instant, there's a sorcery, there's a land, there's a... Whew. Thank goodness for that. Another counter. Double curse action. Booyah. Jawari disruption. Yeah. Barf-tastic. This is a little bit annoying with the curses. It always does that. You have to kind of like re-target it. It's like, I guess it makes sense because it's when it transforms, sort of coming back. Why? Why? Rogues, everyone. We thought it was over. They're still here, lingering in the back alleys of unranked queue. We can make them all unblockable. So that's guaranteed 6 to the face. And he also does some other weird thing, like it's a gain 1 life, mill 1, and you actually hit with Kaido. Lose 1 life, mill a card, gain 1 life, scry 1. That's gonna be pretty much game-ending stuff, unless I can top deck a lovely sweeper, and there's probably gonna be more counterspell. Okay. Let's do or die. Or do we try... last ditch. No, dude, no way. Oh, dear goodness. Don't want to look. I don't want to look. What is he milling? Oh, not the massacre. I think that was our last one. 1, 2, 3. That's our last massacre. Please, no counterspell. This is it. If there's a counterspell, we're dead. Unbelievable. Very nice rogue styles. So he's got how much unblockable damage? Potentially 3. I think we're just dead. Six. Yeah, no, we can block 1. Down to 1. What if there's one more sweeper somewhere? What just happened? How did... Oh, whoops. Wow. Got roguified. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Roguies. Again, something I would never have come across on the play queue. Sometimes it's... sorry, on the rank queue. Sometimes it's very, very soothing and necessary to just take a little walk on the wild side, guys. I promise you, you will not regret it. It's you get some fresh ideas, and it's not so stressful. And yeah, just altogether a good place to be sometimes, especially after the day I've had. I'm really, really chuffed with my Plat 1. It's the highest I've been in a while. Just finding some time during the day. Not the best hand, to be honest. Almost the exact same hand, but worse. Thank you. Thank you, Arena. Farquaad. You know, the character from Shrek? The little... Ooh, okay. These guys. We got ya. We got a Doomskar. We're good. This is gonna get replaced with that new 1-drop. It's gonna be lit. I was debating whether I should go Celestus Eyetwitch or Eyetwitch for Tell. I'll take that learn action. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. It is a tiny bit annoying. Might have one of those wolves that kills your artifacts. So what do we got here? Let's take a black source. Could pump it twice. That's the play. Wow, this thing is pretty good, actually. Oh no, you can only do it once each turn. Thank goodness. That would be way too good. Okay. Could have been worse. Make skin veil on this thing? Really? Come on. Farquaad. Unbelievable, mate. You're a real weirdo. Saving a little 1-1. He's like, what's that? I'm starting to see a bit of a problem. Like, there's not enough sacrificial fodder to deal with, you know, to actually use Death's Dispute effectively in most games. Aha! It's me dealing him 4, him dealing me 3. Really getting him. Okay, he's got the brawl. Finally time to dispute our own leech. It's a pity, but the time has come. Ooh, the professor. Hello. Why, hello there. You can do a little scrying. Nice. No green mana open for any snakeskin veiling of any kind, and we have a treasure token with which to cast a verse. A Skadoosh. Professor Onyx is just, you know, I stopped playing with her for a little while because it was like, it was the win con in so many control decks during Strixhaven Standard, etc. But it's still like probably the best Planeswalker in black. I think it's better than Lolth. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think it's better than Lolth. Oh,
New life, same annoyances.
you got 2 of those? Wow, you're a real piece of work, aren't you? It'll be interesting to see if the new Sorin is better or worse. Hasty boy. Just make sure I had both the mana available. Scan on Tavla, mate. Tavla! Boom, boom. Sorry, Tavla, but you have not learned for this world. Looks like this one is in the bag, ladies and gents, and I think we're gonna leave it at that and have it be our last game of the day. We are rapidly approaching the 1 hour mark, and I do still need to make spoiler content. Orzhov control, ladies and gents, doing the thing. 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 win. Not bad overall for the stream and for the unranked ladder. Could have been better. Could definitely been a heck of a load worse. I think this deck and many others like it are waiting in the wings for a shakeup in the format. Who knows? We might still see the banning of... I think they're going to wait and see the amount of data that Wizards of the Coast can harvest from Arena, because there's so many matches from so many cards being played all day, and they know which cards are being played in which decks and which matchups and who's winning against what. They're harvesting all of that data, and they can extrapolate, you know, whether certain cards are a problem or not. Which is why they even made the announcement about Seeker's Chariot and Alrund's Epiphany in the first place, shortly after Worlds. And I think that there's still a chance that it could get banned. And if then all we're left in Standard is the new turn spell with Cleave, it would definitely change the entire way the Epiphany deck runs, because they can't just like slam you in the face with birds. They need to have other stuff. It's going to change it a bit, and also people could get bored, and maybe the aggro plans of the vampire deck will be such that it'll just see less play, the Izzet deck, but it'll morph into a more dragon based thing with the new Hellkite mana, something Hellkite, the 4-drop mythic one. There's some crazy new stuff going on in Izzet as well, so it might just sort of change because people are bored. But the point was that, again, and I've made this point many times, mid-range is non-existent, and if it could just come back, it would be so sweet. Like, if there was more than 3 decks in the format, it would just be so sweet. Something a little bit more balanced for a little bit of time, and I don't necessarily blame anyone. Yeah, maybe Wizards of the Coast a little bit for printing those cards in the first place, Alrund's Epiphany, but yeah, you can't really blame them when there's such a small card pool just after rotation that the format is so solved. There is very few decks that can be made with the decks available in Standard, and now from now on, like with every new set, it's just going to get better and better. And yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all in the next one. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.